of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Bagel take place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and...
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Just call at 402-477-4660, A1 Automotive. Always honest answer.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was, I'm so excited. I had to text all right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I put off right away. I never drive distracted.
It's StopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Jake Sorensen here from Early Break, and the entire 93.7 The Ticket team, we are excited to announce this fall we are teaming up with Husker Extra for the Big Red Brunch. Of big names from now and the past from Husker. And it all starts on Wednesday, August 9th for the Big Red Brunch Golf Scramble at Tiburon Golf Club in Gretna. Sign up to Omaha.com. Find the Big Red Brunch tab. You want to miss this on August 9th at Tiburon in Gretna.
USTOP is a proud member of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association, promoting local businesses through education, networking, and local government advocacy. This is why USTOP sponsors the LIBA Business Hour on the Ticket 93.7. Remember, every time you fill up at a USTOP on a Tuesday, USTOP donates 2 cents for every gallon sold to local charities in our community.
Sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into the LIBA Business Hour, sponsored by Nats to Tasseling, highlighting local independent businesses in and around Lincoln on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, LIBA President and CEO, Bud Seinhorst.
Well, we are back. Welcome back to the LIBA Business Hour. It's good to have Nick back with us again. So it's kind of an exciting week, Nick.
Crazy week.
I am a huge college football fan. What I love about college football is literally you can watch games from 11 a.m. till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's just on Saturdays, not counting Friday nights. So Huskers are back in fall camp. It's exciting to get that going again. With the excitement of a new coach, it's kind of fun. So I'm excited because of what football season means to the local economy. Obviously, our businesses, it's a great push for our local businesses. It's a great economic driver locally. So looking forward to that in the football season. So it'll be a good time. Thanks to our show sponsor, Nats Tasseling, earns cash, build character. Nats Tasseling, learn more about Nats at notafraidtosweat.com. And our opening segment is sponsored by USTOP. Earn points and that spend like cash with the kickback card, which could get you snacks and even gas. Available at all 24 USTOP locations. And if you want to join the conversation, you can call or text 402-464-5685. Listen on the tap or www.theticketfm.com, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Allo Channel 951.
All of them. All of them. We hit them all.
All of them. I've got to have that written out so I can actually get through them all. So today we've got kind of a cool theme about taking care of yourself. I'll try to kind of come up. Seems like I've done pretty good at coming up with themes or getting lucky, one of the two. Anyway, this we're going to kind of take care of yourself, and especially throughout the pandemic, a lot of conversations about mental health and what was happening with people, and so we got a little bit of focus on our show. So we're going to start today. We're going to welcome to the studio from Integrated Behavioral Health, Erin Sindel. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, we're glad to have you today, Erin. So let's just start with a little bit about your background. Let's learn a little bit about Erin first before we dive real deep into IBH.
Sure. So I'm a Nebraska girl, born and raised, and I've never left the state.
Born where?
Born in Spencer, Nebraska. Clear
northern Nebraska along the South Dakota border. Erin was very impressed that I was aware and knew where Spencer was. Nick, do you know where Spencer is?
Actually, I know of it because my dad has worked there.
Okay.
For an extended period of time. But then he came, obviously.
You haven't lived until you've been through Spencer, Nebraska.
Been through Spencer.
And I believe there's Spencer Dam up there. Is that correct? See? My South Dakota roots are coming out a little bit. So, Erin, tell us a little bit about how you got into the mental health field.
So I initially started my professional career in healthcare, working at a hospital here in town for about 16 years. And then when I was in about my mid-30s, I decided that it was time for a change, and I went back to school and got my master's degree in counseling.
Excellent. So I'm not ignoring you, Erin. I forgot to share the link to YouTube on all my social media channels. So hopefully we can get Erin to give some answers. So tell us a little bit about what you do with Integrated Behavioral Health Services.
Sure. So I am currently the director of our secure psychiatric residential facility, which is a bed facility. We are located down on 14th South Street, and we primarily deal with individuals who have severe and persistent mental illness that are pretty ill, and they come into us for the purposes of stabilization, and we do that initially through medication, and then work hard with them to stabilize their symptoms throughout their test.
Excellent. So you have been there for what, about 6 years? Is that right? You said 6 years. So, as we were lead into the segment, I was talking about kind of, the mental health things that really, I think, came to the forefront during the pandemic and through that. And did you see a lot of that during time? I mean, that started and kind of 3 years in. Did you see a little bit of that? And are you seeing that? I don't want to say decline, but are you seeing kind of things balancing out a little bit now? What did you see in the pandemic?
Well, we met very early in those early days of the pandemic, and as a leadership team, and we believed it was hugely important for us to remain as open as we possibly could throughout the pandemic, because our clients don't have anyone else. And so we did absolutely everything we could to keep our doors open, and keep our programs running, and we did. And so our clientele had services throughout that entire time, and they weren't significantly impacted by that lack of services because we were able to keep our doors open. So we're really proud of that aspect. And because of that, we've been able to have a little bit more continuity with our clients. Maybe when, in other types of work that just wasn't possible. So we feel really blessed that we were able to keep our doors open and keep our services running.
So were you able to have them in person then, and they were all able to come in person, and you didn't have to deal with the Zoom? That was probably one of the things I heard from business owners was they were really struggling, and a lot of them would say to me, "But I just need to see people," because there were so many things and they couldn't do that. So, talk about how you helped folks kind of through the pandemic because it was difficult. I mean, we never shut our doors at LIBA. We modified our business hours because for me, what I felt important, and it's kind of weird to compare it this way, but back in 2008, I lived in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. There was a huge flood. And one of the most important things I think during that time was when somebody called and had a question or needed help, they needed somebody on the other end of the phone. And that was what was so important for me. We had to be there. Somebody had to be there. Regular business hours. So if somebody happened to stop in or call, we were there. So talk about kind of how you help people through that.
So, I mean, of course, we followed all of the guidelines as far as social distancing and all of those things, but that actually allowed us, you know, to break our program on a daily basis. It allowed us to break those groups down into smaller groups and spend more quality time and more intimate time with groups of people and help them on more of a one-on-one type of a basis and more time to talk with them about things that they were concerned about regarding the pandemic. We part of the title of our name is the word integrated, and we very firmly believe in working very closely with other agencies throughout town and giving our clients the best chances that we can by partnering with other people. And pandemic, there was no difference in that. We worked very, very closely with the assisted living homes that a lot of our clients live in to, just a lot of communication between them of this is how we're helping at our agency. Here's how you guys can help us, when our clients are not with us. So just, I don't know. I feel like just our presence in the clients' lives and knowing that they could count on us was a really huge thing during the pandemic, and it has only remained so since or after that time. So
it's really interesting because throughout a couple things, whether it's your job, whether it's social life, whatever, we learned a lot about what we do because of the pandemic, and a lot of it was bad, yes. But do you see you guys still incorporating some of those things because you learned, hey, yeah, this is completely feasible and functional, and it works out really well because of a bad situation. Operate one way, and now 3 years later, you're still operating the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. Like again, I'm going to talk about our day program. Some specific, like the way that we run specific groups had to adjust out of during the pandemic, and that we are still continuing to do those types of things. Another really great thing that came out of the pandemic was telehealth and just our ability to reach more people via the computer, and that's the state is continuing to honor that on some different levels. And that's really fantastic because it just allows us to touch more people. So,
well, and it's interesting you bring up telehealth because I worked in healthcare 10 or 12 years ago, and I know that they were starting to talk about it and what can we do for telehealth. And it was kind of this big idea. But I think sometimes you've worked in healthcare a long time. Sometimes in healthcare, it takes a while to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
And I do think that was a great way to be able to reach clients and help people because I think I go back to that they just need somebody. And with business owners, what I was seeing was what are we going to do? I mean, restaurants were shut down.
Right.
And restaurants were in curbside. And they're like, how the heck do you do that?
Right.
I mean, it wasn't funny, but they're like, we're a full service restaurant. Like we have little to go boxes in case you don't eat your whole meal.
Right.
We don't have that. And it kind of, it was stressful for them. And I think stress in my mind, in my opinion, I'm not a professional in your area, but I think stress is maybe sometimes the leading cause of several of the different things that come out in the mental health field. And was one of the things that we saw a lot of.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We met with our employees frequently and really stressed self-care plans. I know some directors required that their employees actually turn in a self-care plan to them during that time, just to make sure that we as the providers were able to take good care of our clients. So.
Well, and I think that was, and one of the other things I found interesting in that mental health area, and I'll use it kind of globally, during the pandemic was how difficult it was to get services.
Yes.
I mean, I was kind of surprised. I knew someone that was trying to get in and see somebody, and they're like, "What do I do?" They're talking like 8 weeks out for schedule. And so it was just kind of all of these things all at once. There was the unknown of how long is my business gonna have to shut down?
Mhm.
Do I have the capital to do that? All of those kind of things. So, what are some things maybe going forward that you see, for integrated behavioral health services as you guys are thinking to the future? I think, Jeremy's been an awesome member of LIBA. He jumped in the deep end of the pool all the way in when he got involved, and that's awesome. I'm excited for that. But, like, what kind of things are you guys thinking maybe for the future? What are you seeing in the future, in your field?
Sure. So, um, this is a fun conversation because we talk about this all the time. We have Jeremy has great vision as the founder of IDHS, and there's we do have some more specific things that are coming up that are still in the planning stages. So, um, and there's certain things that I'm going to talk about and certain things that I'm not. But probably some of the need that we're seeing specifically is a huge substance use problem growing in Nebraska, particularly amphetamine. And with our individuals with severe and persistent mental illness, um, it's like a cancer, and it just makes them so much sicker than what they already are. And so we need to do something to address the substance use and mental health problem at the same time. And I mean, we do have some things in place in the state, but it's a growing problem, and we're going to need a whole lot more. Um, our population is aging some, and so we're going to need services for elderly folks that have severe persistent mental illness as well.
Well, I think, I don't wanna interrupt
No,
you
you're good.
because you're on a roll, but I really wanna kinda touch on what you were talking about there, because when you start talking about substance abuse, um, it I think people, when they hear, "Oh, so and so has a drug problem or an alcohol problem," they're like, "Okay, that person's got issues." But there's like a spider web effect of, uh, the mental health issues that go along with substance abuse, because it's not just the user.
Right.
The family of the user goes through a lot.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes the family sees it before the user sees it. And I'll say in my case, because my father's a recovering alcoholic, he's been sober, oh my God, 30, pretty close to 30 years, 30 plus years. Um, but like how that affects everybody else in the family and how it affects others. And so there's a lot of those types of things that I think when we talk about mental health and we talk about substance abuse, it's like, oh, well, so and so is going to treatment or so and so is getting help for their alcohol problem, but there's a bigger component to address, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes the difficult part about that is, I mean, it's kind of the chicken and the egg scenario, like, right? Which one came first? Which one do you fix first, or do you treat first?
Yeah.
Because, and that is what we're starting to realize, that you have to do both at the same time. You can't. It's difficult to pick one over the other and expect great success with that. So, that's on the horizon. Hopefully, the road that we're looking at a substance or something in that field. But and then, like I said, kind of more housing. We need more housing for our population, especially as it gets older, and just a safe place for people to live safely. Um, there's a lots of different kinds of ideas of transitional type housing where people can live at their maximum level of independence, but still have a little bit of oversight
Mhm.
that if they needed some help, they could reach out quickly and get the help that they needed. But being independent for our folks it's an important goal for them. And we want to try to make that happen as best we can. And so even if those supports, if you can't see them, they're there, kind of wrapping around that person and there when they need them. So that's our goal with a lot of our folks, is to get to that point. Let's see. IDHS, we really want to find the holes. We want to find the holes. We want to try to plug them, because there's a lot of need with behavioral health community, and we really kind of feel like, sky's the limit.
So, pick on Erin now here for a minute as we wrap up our segment. So, first thing she said when she walked in, Nick, was, "I'm so nervous." And I was like, "Oh, it's easy. You got to talk about what you do every day, and that's pretty easy." We talked a little bit before we came on air, and I said a 15-minute segment goes really fast, and you killed it. You did a great job. Awesome job of talking about IBHS and what you all do. So the big thing I want to talk about here as we close up is, how can people get a hold of you? How can they check you guys out and find out about you guys?
Sure. So our website is ibhealthservices.com. That's probably the first place to start. That has all of our contact information. It has our address, phone numbers, email addresses, has all of this in the leadership team. We're all with our contact information as well. So please reach out.
And it outlines services that
Yes.
you guys offer and all those kind of things.
Yes, it
So,
does.
well, I want you to call Jeremy. I want you to tell him that you killed it.
I will.
You did a great job. But also, you can send him the link on YouTube and he can watch it.
Sounds good.
You can say, "You could give me a grade, Jeremy, for our next staff meeting." But we really appreciate you coming in and talking about the things that Integrated Behavioral Health Services does here in Lincoln. A huge need in our community, and it's a valuable resource. And I always tell people, I've been around a lot of different mental health issues that folks have had. I've had 2 friends that have committed suicide, been around alcoholism and drug addiction and some of those other things. So it's always important to reach out. And if you think you might need help, the answer is most likely. This is me speaking, not Erin. I don't want to put her on the spot. But reach out, check out ibhealthservices.com. Great member of our community, great supporter of LIBA. We appreciate you. Erin, thanks for coming on the show today. It's been awesome to hear more about integrated behavioral health and what you all do. And we will be back with the LIBA Business Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Up your kitchen game with Kitchen Tune-Up. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason and the team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and a renewed, personalized kitchen that will make you the envy of your friends, neighbors, and family. Fixed quality craftsmanship, exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentune-up.com/Lincoln-B today, or call 402-200-4697 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
At Ascend Aesthetics, they understand that you want results and you want them fast. That's why they've developed the fastest weight loss and body toning programs that are clinically proven to shed extra fat, boost muscle mass, and tighten, to spend hours at the gym. Reveal your leaner physique, ignite your testosterone levels, and boost your energy with personalized plans tailored to your goals. Learn more at slimdowne.com or call 402-480-6680. Ascend Aesthetics, where transformation begins.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit services.com today. Take that first step to the brighter future. Discover the power of healing with Integrated Behavioral Health Services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want to walk in front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have a friendly staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds with Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. At Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, we love banking here.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness. And now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our program. The 18 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company, and with your help, we can maximize our student opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890 Nebraska. Of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890Nebraska.com.
Proud to be voted best food shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, brands of disposables, liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
Locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Bagels was the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try the lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the caramel latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Are you tired of living in pain? Control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover the patients. Don't go back. Take the better pain-free life with Prairie Ortho, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Bar with 50 home games. Even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit notafraidtosweat.com now. Nats Detasseling, where hard work meets good times.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We're dedicated to serving our clients and helping to meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag, we're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Eagle chassis are better than ever. New Mike Foster, who has been for the last 2.5 years, will be using the same high-quality raw materials and equipment that Eagle chassis have always been made with. Located in Lincoln, Nebraska, Eagle Motorsport LLC will continue to provide sprint car teams with the safest, most durable chassis there are. They will give drivers the strength, flexibility, and durability that they need to win on race night. If you're looking for a new chassis or need repairs made to your current one, call Mike at 402-826-0302.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more at IRC.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Back to the LIBA Business Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. By Integrated by
We're back here on the LIBA Business Hour, and we're kind of in that mode of take care of yourself. And we have our in the studio for this segment. Actually, I got to read. Ironically, this segment is sponsored by Integrated Behavioral Health Services, building a stronger, healthier community through advocacy, inclusion, perseverance, unity, and compassion. Learn more at ibhealthservices.com. So regardless of my rundown, Nick, I always I have it in bright yellow on my rundown, and sometimes I still forget it. So for this next segment, taking care of yourself, we're going to continue that theme today. We've got Mike Chandra from Choices Treatment Center here with us today. Mike, welcome to the LIBA Business Hour.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. So over the course of the last year or so, since you've gotten involved in LIBA, been able to learn a lot more about Choices Treatment Center. Just tell us a little bit about what Choices Treatment Center is.
So we are an outpatient treatment center here in Lincoln. We're located just south of 37th and O Street here. And we do substance abuse, addiction treatment. We also do gambling. That's kind of what we're known for. Kind of our bread and butter is that gambling treatment because there's not as many gambling treatment facilities around. So we do outpatient and intensive outpatient, so individual and group sessions. We also have mental health practitioners as well to help. It's kind of ironic. You guys were talking about in the last segment about the co-occurrence there between addiction and mental health, and we're very well aware of that. Everything we do at Choices is very holistic in the fact that we want to make sure that we're treating all concerns. We know that if somebody comes in with an addiction issue, it is not just we can stop one behavior and everything's good. We have to make sure that we're dealing with the trauma in the past. We're making sure that there's no other co-occurrence as far as addictions or other mental health issues. So, and financial issues, we want to take care of everything as far as that client goes. So we're here to offer that holistic treatment. We also do anger management. We also offer education, budgeting, that sort of thing as well.
Wow. Kind of a big picture approach, or many different things. So I'm always interested in this part when I talk to you, Mike, and that is, how did you get to Choices Treatment Center in your role today?
Well, my background has all been in sales and marketing, but I also primarily, first and foremost, is I'm a problem gambler in recovery myself. So I started gambling at the age of 9 years old. I come from a family of gamblers. We have struggled all of our lives within our family. Family outings turned into card games, turned into war stories about going to the casinos. Just from an early age, that was really built into everything I did in life. At 14, I started going to Keno parlors illegally back in Kansas. 15, started placing bets on my own. Obviously, when I turned 21, the casinos came into play. So I struggled, had a really good life, had my own businesses, had my own good career, was involved with my church, had a family, had all these great things on the one side of my life. But then the other side of my life was with problem gambling. And that was just always something sitting over me. Obviously, led to financial and emotional. But what I people is that I was emotionally bankrupt. It didn't matter about the financial stuff. It was the emotional stuff that was the worst concern. So 2020, obviously, we talked about the pandemic a little bit earlier as well, too. For me, it was a very big turning point. My promotional marketing work went away with the pandemic. So I turned to the one thing that I always knew, which was the gambling. And it got worse and worse. And finally, I got to a point in the end of 2020 where I just said, I was done with it. I kind of had that rock bottom moment, even though there isn't such a thing as rock bottom, I don't think. But for me, I reached that point for myself where I wanted to get help. I ended up reaching out to Deb Hammett at Choices Treatment Center, started services through them. Once I got through services for myself and my recovery was strong, Deb offered me this position, and here I am today.
Wow, that's awesome. So, so you're coming up on 3 years then.
Yep, it's technically 963 days bet free because I do keep track of every day.
That's awesome. Congratulations. That's a big deal. And having been around addiction and different things, that's those days are important. Every day is important. So congratulations. That's awesome. So um, let's make sure we don't forget, and we'll do this again later in the segment, but how can people get a hold of you at this treatment center? What's a good way to reach out to you guys?
The one thing that we have at Choices, which kind of differentiates us from a lot of other counselors as well, is our 24-hour helpline. So if you can call us 24/7, we know addiction doesn't stop 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. We're available for anyone 24 hours a day. We're going to have a licensed counselor, trained counselor going to be answering the phone at all times. So if you have an issue, no matter when it is, that number is 402-476-2300.
402-476-2300. So when we kicked off the show today, we talked about football seasons coming up. And I know that there's a lot of people that like to bet on sports. And so what are some things that maybe advice you guys have for folks as the season's coming up? We now have a casino down the street and all those kind of things. How do you try to maybe be proactive at going into things like that? I would imagine football season is a big time, or you see a big increase. So talk about
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. With the sports betting is something that is growing infinitely as far as both legally and illegally. There's even before the casinos, the sports book, only a lot of illegal sports betting out there. The big thing I tell, even when I go into high schools and colleges classes and talk about what I do, the main things I tell people are you setting limits? And what are you doing from a financial standpoint? Is it causing you any harm financially? So, and also, are you lying about any of the activities? So, this is what I tell people is making sure that you're setting limits as far as time and as far as money goes. Everybody thinks about the money, but nobody thinks about the time and the effort that you put into it. That's where the emotional piece of it comes from, is that if you're putting all this emotion behind what your bets are and it's consuming you all the time, that's really a sign that you're having a problem. You're having to lie to your friends or family or loved ones about your activity, that's obviously, no matter what that activity is, that's obviously a huge red flag. And just the financial aspect of it, obviously, too. That's how people usually see the problem. But usually by the time people notice the financial difficulties, you're usually spiraling down a path of problematic gambling.
So it's a lot deeper than just how much am I spending at the casino or on sports betting or whatever your bet of choice is, I guess, right? I was a drug of choice, but it's the same thing.
It is, and
So
we look at it basically the same way. The difference with problem gambling is that money is the tool that is used. So we'll, as problem gamblers, and I can speak for myself, is that we will go to any great length to not only hide what we've been doing, but to find more money to continue that. It's like the crack pipe for a crack addict. It's not necessarily what's causing the high, but it's the medium to get there. So that's where the lies and the deceit come in. That's where the suicide rates amongst problem gamblers is higher than any other addiction out there. Because if you think about it, people don't come clean about their problem gambling usually until they've maxed out those credit cards, they've got that second mortgage, they've spent the kids' college fund, gotten to a point where they're so desperate that they don't see any way out. So for us, that's just merely the financial side's merely the tool, but the rest of it is down to noticing those signs and symptoms before that.
excellent. So we talked a lot about on the gambling side, but there's a lot more that you guys do in your business. Talk about what are some of those other services where you see a lot of demand or you see a lot of people taking advantage of what you offer?
The substance abuse, obviously, not only with the gambling, but outside of the gambling, a lot of co-occurrence there. But the substance abuse is always a huge thing that we're going to be a part of our services. And our clients, our counselors are duly trained on everything. So they handle substance abuse, they handle gambling, any other concerns that come up too, even like family issues, that sort of thing. Substance abuse is probably our biggest one. We work well with the court systems, with both the legal systems. So if somebody gets in trouble for a DUI or a drug offense or something like that, we would like to be the first people to get involved and help get services going for that client so that they can start working, navigating through the legal system and start navigating the recovery.
Excellent. So just about, I don't want to speak for you. I got to ask the question. So you guys will work on the mental health side with just about any issue someone might be experiencing, right? I mean, it's not just gambling, it's not just drug and alcohol, it's
Yeah.
on the spectrum of just about anything.
Yeah, I mean, the mental health usually leads to another concern there, whether it's an addiction or something that's going on in their lives. Uh, if you have a question or if there's a concern about whether we can offer services for you, the best thing you do is give us a call. And we can, if for some reason there isn't an addiction issue there or something, we can definitely find you the right services. So we just want to be that one-stop shop as far as being able to help you out with any of your concerns, or if you have a family member who you're concerned about, we'll help them on the mental health side, we'll help them on the addiction side as well.
Excellent. So, and you guys are over there just south of 37th and O Street. What other things do you want our listeners to know about Choices Treatment Center, and what kind of give us a good message?
The biggest thing is, no matter if you're struggling with substance abuse, you're struggling with gambling, whatever it is, just know that there's help out there and that there is hope. For me, for the longest time, I didn't realize that there was help and hope. One thing, as far as I didn't mention this, I can't believe I mentioned this about the gambling side, is that we do offer free treatment for the problem gambling. So it doesn't matter if there's insurance available or anything like that, because through the Nebraska Gamblers Assistance Program, there is free treatment resources available for the problem gambler and their family members or loved ones. So that's a huge piece that we like to make sure that people understand, is that the money isn't an issue when it comes to gambling. We can help you no matter what. And even with substance abuse, there's different options we have as far as financing as well.
Excellent. So at the beginning of the segment, you talked about kind of your holistic approach that you guys use. Talk to us a little bit about what that means, that involves.
Well, the best way I can explain it is kind of through my own treatment that I received there. So the first thing, and a lot of people don't think about it, right, as being the first thing, is just addressing that trauma. For me, couple big assignments that I did when I first started were to put together a timeline of just my timeline of my game, but also a timeline of everything that's happened to me in my past. Because for a lot of people, they don't understand that something that happened as a child, they might have not even thought about it as being a trauma, but once you dive into it, you address it, you reconcile that, you realize that that was a key piece to your behaviors currently. So we do a lot with the trauma. We talk a lot about the financial issues, obviously, even with the substance. We work with our clients as far as budgeting. We work with them. We also offer payee services. So if somebody's not capable of taking care of their finances for a short period of time, we're able to help them pay their bills and make sure that, because if we get rid of that chaos that comes with the financial piece, that's huge. And then just really working through the behavioral side of things, really focusing on getting that clean time, whether it's with gambling or substance abuse. That one day at a time focus is there. We will work with people as far as 12-step if they want to go that route with 12-step. Otherwise, we can work with them wherever they see themselves with the higher power side of things. And then just the mental health side of it. Like, we want to always make sure that we're addressing the mental health side, no matter where they're at in their addiction.
Excellent. We're here, Mike Chandra with Choices Treatment Center. As we kind of wrap up here, Mike, tell us again how they can reach you guys, and kind of give us that pitch as we wrap up our segment here.
402-476-2300 is our 24-hour helpline. We're here to help anytime, 24 hours a day. And like I said, with the problem gambling, it's free of charge. If it's substance abuse, we'll work with you on the finances. Just give us a call and we'll figure out something to help you.
And seek that help. That's kind of how I closed the last segment, Nick. We got to go out and seek that help. And if you need that help or think you might need it, 402-476-2300. I got that. All right. But if it's not one of those things, you guys can help them, right? You're going to help them get the services they need, regardless of where they need to get it.
A lot of our calls on a daily basis are people just calling us, hey, what can I do to get help? Or can you help us? And even if we can't, if they need inpatient, they need advanced mental health services that we can't provide, whatever it is, we're able to help them find those resources. So just give us a call and we'll see what we can do for you.
Excellent. Again, Mike Chandra with Choices Treatment Center. We appreciate you coming in today and participating in our show on just take good care of yourself, and appreciate what you do and all the involvement that you've had in sharing your story, especially at LIBA.
Well, we appreciate our relationship with LIBA tremendously, and it's been great, not only from a networking standpoint, but just getting out in the community and being a part of Lincoln.
Excellent. Mike Chandra, Choices Treatment Center. Again, if you're looking or you think you need help 24/7, 402-476-2300, give them a shout. We will be back with LIBA Business Hour on 937 The Ticket.
This is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness. And now you can have impact on the success. Initiative is Nebraska NIL company, and with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Tasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit notafraidtosweat.com now. Nats Tasseling, where hard work meets good times. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certification. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premium. And life insurance are offered at no premium, so the associated increased bonuses and vacation hires. To learn more, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. At Ascend Aesthetics, they understand that you want results and you want them fast. That's why they've developed the fastest weight loss and body toning programs that are clinically proven to burn fat, boost muscle mass, and tighten skin without having spent hours at your leaner physique, ignite your testosterone levels, and boost your energy with personalized plans tailored to your goals. Learn more at slimdowne.com or call 402-480-6680. Ascend Aesthetics, where transformation begins.
Up your kitchen game with Kitchen Tune-Up. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason, Ron, and the team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and hello to a renewed, personalized kitchen that will make you the envy of your friends, neighbors, and family. Experience quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentuneup.com/Lincoln-NE today or call 402-200-4697 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
If you have concerns about your drinking water, just call Bryant. If your water doesn't look right, smell right, or taste right, Bryant can help. If your water has high levels of iron, Bryant can help. If you're tired of foggy dishes and dingy clothes, Bryant can help. Whatever your home water needs are, Bryant is here with a solution to fit your needs. Be sure about your water. Just call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 202-467-1627. Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout. The Acres give you a huge inventory of low-hour latent equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to 45. Gray performs DOT inspection, are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today, with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Up your kitchen game with Kitchen Tune-Up. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason, Ron, and team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and hello to a renewed, personalized kitchen that will make you the envy of your friends, neighbors, and family. Experience quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentuneup.com/Lincoln-NE today or call 402-200-4697 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
That's Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local farms succeed to meet their financial and innovative banking solutions. From an array of deposit accounts, cash services, to small business, real estate, we're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with integrated behavioral health services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
At Ascend results, and you want them fast. That's why they've developed the fastest weight loss and body building programs that are clinically proven to shed extra fat, boost muscle mass, and tighten skin without having to spend hours at the gym. Reveal your leaner physique, ignite your testosterone levels, and boost your energy with personalized plans tailored to your goals. Learn more at slimdowne.com or call 402-480-6680. Ascend Aesthetics, where transformation begins.
Up your kitchen game with Kitchen Tune-Up. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason, Ron, and the team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and hello to a renewed, personalized kitchen that will make you the envy of your friends, neighbors, and family. Experience quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentuneup.com/Lincoln-NE today or call 402-200-4697 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Back to the lead hour on 93.7 TicketFM.com. Segment sponsored by Ascend Aesthetics.
The business hour today. Take care of yourself, our theme today. A couple of really great guests today, Nick. I enjoyed, just enjoyed hearing from both Aaron and Mike and what they do and how they serve our community and a really important resource they are for our community. So this segment is sponsored by Ascend Aesthetics. Lose inches and gain confidence with medical weight loss and body contouring clinic at Ascend Aesthetics. Learn more at slimdowne.com. So, we talked a lot about football seasons coming up here, Nick. I'm looking forward to it. I have all the appropriate channel tuned in on my TV, all of my TVs, my phone, so I can get my college football fix. And it's hard to believe. I mean, we're less than 4 weeks out from the first Nebraska game, so a little over a month out from the first home game, but still plenty to do around Lincoln and with LIBA here coming up the next several weeks. This Thursday, August the 10th, we have our BizNet hosted at Nebraska Orthopedic over at 69th and A. The 15th, we have our LIBA luncheon over at the Grand Manse. We're going to have Dr. Paul Illich from Southeast Community College will be our speaker. Tuesday, August, Coffee and Contacts. September 1st, our annual LIBA golf outing out at Newmark to raise money for our Foundation for Scholarships. Saturday, September 23rd, Nick, you got to mark this date. I know it's a football game,
Okay.
but it's annual LIBA member tailgate out in front of From Nebraska gift shop. So come by. I will be on the grill.
All right.
Burgers, dogs,
I'll probably
brats.
stay away from eating then.
Oh, man, I'm
kidding.
good.
I'm
I'm a
kidding.
good grill master, brother.
That's the 23rd.
That's the 23rd. So we'll get more details once we know kickoff times. We have to wait for that.
What do you know who Nebraska plays that week?
The 23rd is at La Tech. Okay, that'll be the La Tech game. Yeah, so
I believe so.
that one they haven't announced yet. So it's the one game in September. We don't know what time we're playing.
Gotcha.
So just a lot of opportunities for people to come out and get involved. But yeah, I really enjoyed the show today. It's a couple of really good resources for our community, and having been around addiction, having been around folks with some mental health issues, all of those kind of things. It's important. If you think you might need to make the call, I make the call.
Well, and throughout all the conversations I've had with Mike, I enjoy every single one that we do have. It's always something that like kind of makes me not perk up, but like, okay, I need to people need to realize this is that it affects way more than just your pocketbooks and you.
Yeah, there's a lot of effect. It can affect your job. It can affect your family. It can affect your relationship with your kids, your brothers, sisters, your spouse, your parents, everybody around you, and your friends and all of that. And so it is just it's really important that if you think you need something, call Choices and see if they can help guide you. 476-2300. Give them a call. They'll help you out. And then we're gonna have. It's time to wrap up, Nick. This hour. You guys
always
say
goes so quick.
I always hear on the ticket they talk about the fastest hour in radio, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I think the Saturdays are the fastest hour. The word is always sponsored by the 1890 Initiative, helping student athletes excel within the NIL name, image, and likeness landscape. Learn how you could be involved at 1890 Nebraska. Good show today. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed hearing from both Aaron and Mike. They both did a great job, but really to point these out and raise this awareness. And I think as someone that's been around some of those issues throughout my life, it's always been at the forefront. But what I saw during the pandemic, it really came to the forefront. So we appreciate them coming. Check out both them, Integrated Behavioral Health and Choices Treatment Center. Next week should be a fun show. We've got Rachel Barth from the Lincoln Airport. There's all kinds of things going on at the Lincoln Airport.
Yeah.
And I believe that the day of the air show, LIBA Business Hour is going to be coming.
That right?
Well, I think DP was talking about
All right.
possibly broadcasting out there all day. So.
Are you going to be at the little Friday night get together thing for the Lincoln Air Show?
I don't know about it, but maybe I need to.
Maybe
when
should.
DP gets back to town,
Yeah,
he'll have to
yeah,
give me a call.
exactly.
But what I'm really hoping is that I can be really nice to Rachel next week when she's here, and see if maybe she can hook me up with one of those ride-alongs that they do with the Blue Angels. I would do almost anything within the parameters of legal,
of course.
the law, to get that, because I have watched those things since I was a kid. I saw them when we lived in Casper, Wyoming, when I was a little kid, and it just, oh my God, they were awesome.
I tell myself, I really like that a lot, and it seems real cool. But the moment that I get up there, or I get strapped in, that's when the oh no, what did I
And it
just get
gets
myself
real.
into?
Dude,
kind of
I'm an
feeling comes
adrenaline
into.
junkie.
Well, I am too.
I mean,
just when it
huge,
comes to
but,
my
like,
feet on the ground, that's usually
yeah.
what
Oh,
happens there.
I had a friend in college. His dad had a plane, and he would go out and take us out, and he would do stalls in the plane. It's
Oh
like,
my
all right,
gosh.
so
Well, so I'm not necessarily. I enjoy flying. Or excuse me, I enjoy flying. I enjoy flights. I've only done it very few times. I've only been on one trip where I've flown my entire life, and
Dude.
it was to Paris, France.
For 3 years while I was working for the Alpaca Association,
Mhm.
I was flying 26 to 30 trips a year.
Well, and that's
And when you
crazy.
leave out of Lincoln, that's 4 segments round trip. So
Well,
start doing that, man.
That's what's wild. So it was. I mean, I was a going into my senior year of high school, and I signed up for one of those World War II like experience trips through my school, and it was a great experience. I wish I could go back and experience it again. We were in Normandy on Omaha Beach on D-Day's anniversary. It was super cool.
That is cool.
But it was my first flight was on my own. My parents didn't come with us, but it was on my own from Omaha to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Paris, and then it was from Madrid to or not Madrid. I always forget this one. Is it Milan? I
Milan,
can't-
Italy?
Milan to. I always get them mixed up with Madrid.
Yeah.
To Atlanta, then Atlanta back to Omaha, and that's the only flight I've ever been on.
First time I ever flew by myself was Wichita, Kansas to Chicago to Newark to go to Cooperstown, New York.
Oh, okay.
And Willie Starks will get inducted
Well
into the
worth
Hall
it.
of Fame. So our other guest next week is Jason Kruger from Kitchen Tune-Up. It'll be a great show. I'll have to try to put the squeeze on Rachel, see if she can hook me up with a Blue Angels light. We can get a GoPro and you guys
That would be unbelievable.
strap it on the helmet
We
and get a
stream it.
video
That'd be
and
our
stream
stream.
it. Oh, dude,
Our stream.
there you go. Now we got good way to promote it.
All
So,
about it is content.
all right. Thanks everybody for listening to the LIBA Business Hour. Make sure you shop local, support our sponsors, support our local businesses. We will see you next week here on the LIBA Business Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Ascend Aesthetics, they understand